What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Spicy Adventures. This is the follow-up episode to the one I just uploaded where I received the bike. This is the official first ride of my 2024 KTM 890 SMT for Supermoto Touring. Again, this bike is slightly used. It's got 2,100 miles. It's got the tech pack installed. That's why I went with the slightly used one instead of a brand new one. Saved me quite a bit of money. A brand new one would have been about $3,000 more than this if I wanted the tech pack. So yeah, it was a no-brainer to go with this motorcycle. And let's see what she has to offer, huh? Let's see what she has to offer. I love the setup. It's pretty clean. Very minimalistic with all the stuff it has. So I like it. The dash on this bike, it's small, but it's very impressive. She's in rain mode right now, so we can go into the menus here to ride modes. You can toggle up, down for track, street, sport, rain. Right, we're gonna start in rain, like I said, just to feel her out and see what she does. So here we go. Very nice and easy startup. She got gas, and I've got an itch to ride. So let's go. KTM 890 SMT first ride. I am on the very tips of my tippy toes when I'm straddling the bike, but I can lean my butt off and get like 3/4 of a foot down. I'm 5'6" with a 30-inch inseam. So if you're a shorter rider, it can be a little intimidating, but it's not terrible. My 390 is about the same height as this. Oh, right away I can feel that it's a bigger bike, obviously, than my 390 Adventure, but it doesn't feel real heavy. KTM is claiming in the lower to mid 400s, like 428 pounds or something like that, fully fueled up. This is the 889 cc parallel twin. It's the exact same tune as the Adventure bike. It's not the tune of the Duke that has 115 horsepower. So this is the Adventure tune, so it's got about 105 horsepower or something like that. But the torque is amazing on it, at 100 newton meters of torque. In rain mode, the throttle is very gentle. It's easy to manage in rain mode so far, just kind of cruising here at 25 miles an hour or so. Oh, the brakes are bitey. They feel very strong. I like it. That means a very easy to trail brake motorcycle, because the brakes have such a good initial bite that I'm not going to have to pull on the brake lever very hard. Yeah, the throttle response in rain is amazingly smooth. really like it. It's in the late afternoon up here in the San Lorenzo Valley, aka the Santa Cruz Mountains. That was Boulder Creek we just passed through, where I reside. God, it was so exciting receiving this bike off of the trailer. That was pretty cool. It's the second bike I've received off of a trailer. Well, technically third. Both my Aprilias were delivered, but my first Aprilia, I actually went to the dealer and bought it, and then my buddy trailered it home for me. Then my second Aprilia, I went down to the dealer in LA and then drove back home, and then they trailered it to me the next in the next few days. And this one I bought 100% online. Talked to the salesman Steve over at Wheels in Motion. All, you know, the transaction was completely done over the phone. Signed paperwork. I have immaculate credit, so he didn't need any proof of anything really. He just needed my ID, and that was it. Yeah, so pretty simple transaction. So right away, my initial riding manners is the body position or riding position for my height and size is spot on. I do not feel uncomfortable at all being 5'6" and 150 pounds with a 30-inch inseam. The stretch to the handlebars feels perfect. My feet on the pegs feels perfect. The rider triangle feels immaculate. Like, I have zero complaints. The seat is nice and wide and cushioned, so my butt does not feel uncomfortable at all, especially right now on this first initial impression. There's the first couple little swinging corners. Oh, the downshift is so satisfying. Gotta be careful here. A lot of cross traffic right here. Don't go too fast here. The shifter feel is excellent. It's notchy. It's not super smooth, but it's notchy and precise. I love the way it feels when you click up or down into the gears. Like, you really know when you're in a gear. I don't think I'm gonna miss shift in this bike a lot because it feels so direct. It's not like super low effort, but I wouldn't say it's high effort either. It's just very precise, and you can feel when the click comes. Got some little bit of wet roads here, but it's fine. The suspension feels stiff, but I can tell what is happening underneath me 100%. It's stiff but comfortable, because this road isn't really super smooth, not yet anyway. There's a lot of little cracks and stuff in the road, and I can feel all the little imperfections in the road, which is really nice. But it's not overbearing, like it's not ruining the ride or anything. My feet feel absolutely zero vibrations. I can feel a little bit of vibration in the handlebar, but nothing off-putting. My legs from the fairings are almost, I can almost feel like no wind on them, which is nice. But with this really short windscreen, I feel a lot of air on my chest, on my arms, and on my head, of course. I do have a touring windscreen coming. I have the 890 Adventure tall touring windscreen coming, and I can't wait to install that. But, you know, I gotta feel how the bike feels first without it, just to know what I'm getting myself into. God, these brakes are good. The exhaust sounds good. It's not overbearingly loud. I can still hear the engine. It does feel like a very commanding riding position, which I love. It's relaxed, but it's also aggressive in the point that you feel like you have full control. Like it's at a perfect medium, you know, especially for my height and size. Wonder how taller riders would feel on this bike. But I feel absolutely perfect on it. Dipper in, effortless. Like at 45 miles an hour, just a little bend like that. Just feels absolutely perfect. God, I love these brakes. I just barely tapped them and they're so good. Alright, let's open up a little bit. Oh God. Rain mode, and there's that much power in rain mode. Oh God, I'm grinning from ear to ear. That is rain mode power. I'm not in street, I'm not in sport. I'm in rain mode, and there's gobs of power. I mean, I know it doesn't cut power, but it makes it a little more linear, right? Like it's more gradual when it's in rain mode. So it feels really nice to ride right now. It doesn't feel violent at all. And I can only imagine when I turn the modes up that it will feel more violent. It's like a big fallen log right here from the rain and stuff. Dipper in. Feels really, really natural. I think that's the word I'm going to use a lot here, because jumping on the bike right away, it just feels natural. That's how you want a bike to feel. You want it to feel like it's a part of you. You don't want to feel like you're fighting the bike and what it's trying to do. You just want to ride it, and you just want to feel at one with it. So at lower RPMs like this, you can, you know, the engine, it's not super smooth because it's a parallel twin, not an inline-4 or a triple cylinder. You know, it's a parallel twin, so you expect the engine to feel a little chuggy at lower RPMs like that. But at higher RPMs, now I'm in third gear. At higher RPMs, it is pretty smooth, and just a little bit of vibration in the handlebars. Oh God, that torque is ridiculous. I'm only at like quarter throttle, and in rain mode, as I said earlier. Leaning off the bike feels very natural. There's that word again, natural. Switching from side to side feels great. Up into fourth. Oh, the suspension, the way it handles those undulations is beautiful. Like it just soaks. It just goes like this and just soaks. It's great. God, the switchbacks are good on this bike. Effortless switchback. Trail brake, trail brake, trail brake. Nice. Does that beautifully. I just barely trail braking too. Just barely holding on to the brake lever. Roads are a little cold and wet, so I'm not trying to get too leaned over. Like I just bought the damn thing, you know. I'm not trying to wreck it. Just bought it, just put insurance on it, so last thing I want to do is wreck it. Oh God, that feels so good. That feels so good leaning over. with my body position. Switching side to side like that is just magical on this bike. Like I'm riding it like a sport bike right now, you know. I'm sticking my knee out, I'm leaning off the bike, and it just feels like that's what you're supposed to do. Oh my word. Okay, let's go into ride modes here. Let's go into street. Let's go into street mode. Okay, we are now in street mode. Let's see the difference. Oh, right away it's sharper. Oh yeah, it's so much sharper in street mode. Yeah, it's way sharper in street mode. It feels money in street mode. I mean, rain was nice too, don't get me wrong. Rain feels like when you just want to chill out and just ride, you know, nice and leisurely. Rain is pretty cool, but street seems like the way that the mapping is, it feels like this is how you want a daily ride, because you'll have the power you want a little more instantly. Oh god, it feels so good to lean off of. Like, if you've never ridden a KTM, this is the one you need to ride. If you're a sport bike rider, I mean. If you're into performance and cutting up asphalt, you need to ride this bike. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying, and the bike just says more. Just says more. Oh god. Bro, could be wet and dirty here. Sure it is. Got a little bit of mud there. Holy shit. Holy shit, this bike is good. Remember, I'm still getting used to this bike. This is my first ride on it. So, still feeling her out. But, good lord, it's good. The way it feels when you're leaned off the bike like this, I haven't felt anything like this before. I mean, I loved my Aprilia RS 660 and my CBR 600RR and all my sport bikes, but it doesn't feel like this. This bike is so stable, and then the position it puts you in to lean off, again, I'm gonna use that word, it's so natural. The engine braking is excellent in street mode. Yeah, the engine braking is excellent in street mode. That's half throttle. That's half throttle, and it jumped up to 80 miles an hour. Holy shit. The torque is ridiculous. This balance of torque and horsepower is unmatched for a middleweight bike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I haven't ridden like some of the other ones like the Tiger Sport 800 and stuff, but I can't imagine it being this good. I can't imagine the torque being this good. It doesn't have the numbers. It's got more horsepower, but it doesn't have that punch. it will not have this punch. Yeah. Wow. I am blown away right now. I'm absolutely blown away right now. It just eats up corners and eats up the road so well. If the roads were a little more dry, I would love to hit these harder. Come summertime, you bet. Holy shit. This bike is great. Why isn't this bike talked about more? Why isn't this bike talked about more? It's so good. Like, all it needs is a windscreen, really. Like, that's all it really needs to get some protection, you know, against like the elements. Yeah, if it had a windscreen, it'd be such an ultimate touring bike. It really would. All right, let's go into sport. Let's check out what track does, huh? I think track mode is just you can just adjust everything. It looks like, yeah, you can mess with the throttle response. You can go sport, range, street. Well, if you're in track, I think you would want to be in sport. That's how I see it. Slip adjuster. You can mess with your traction control, mess with your ABS. You turn the quick shifter on or off. Oh, I don't want to be in track mode. Let's go into sport mode. Okay, we are now in sport mode. Let's see what she does. See what she does in sport mode. Oh god, these brakes, when you grab on them, they're so tight. They're so good. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, in sport mode, at quarter throttle there, you could really feel the difference versus rain and sport and street. Wow. Yeah, you could feel this power and torque just really open up now in sport mode. It's ridiculously dangerous. They have so much fun with sport mode. I love that the ride modes feel so different. It reminds me a lot of my FL5. You know, when I'm in my FL5, when I'm in comfort mode, sport, or plus R, like that's what this reminds me of. It's yeah, it's really different and really good. I'm gonna back off this traffic here a little bit, at least get a chance to hit some of these corners. But god, like, look at this. Oh god, that is lovely. That is lovely. Yeah, so track mode you can fine tune, but pretty much sport mode is like your all-out mode. You just can't adjust stuff, right? But when you go into track mode, you can like fine tune your throttle, you can fine tune your traction control, stuff like that. But when you go into sport, it's pretty much like a stock setting, but full-blown motor. too bad all this traffic came up right here. That's why we'll just back off a little bit. The throttle is much jerkier, super jerky in sport mode though. Like it's much harder to find a sweet spot. It's not terrible though. Like the early Yamahas were like really bad. Were like on-off switches. But yeah, this is not bad. It's still pretty good. I felt like street throttle was probably the best one. Rain was really good too, don't get me wrong. Rain was really good, but you just like you just have like gradual power gain, right? And then in the street mode, it just seemed like the perfect gradual motion up. But then in sport, like I'm just I'm just barely twist, and the bike just like opens up like really big. That's kind of crazy how much it opens up now in sport mode. Look at that. It just, oh my god, it just lights up. Yeah, it just completely lights up. It is so much stronger in sport mode. And the engine braking is a lot more aggressive now too. Like when you get on and then you back off, it really starts to slow down. I like that. I like that the engine braking is different in each mode. I really like that a lot. Trail brake it in, nice. Yeah, sport mode is tough to manage your throttle in some of these situations. Like it wants to just keep pulling. I'm gonna have to get used to this throttle in sport mode. God damn, this bike, the way it flicks in the corners, you guys. Like, why would you ride a sport bike? I'm fucking serious. Ride this instead of a sport bike. This will give you all the confidence you need to corner. It gives you the same thrills with a much better commanding riding position than a sport bike. Like you can totally lean off, stick your knee out, all that stuff, just like you can on a sport bike. Oh god, I am grinning from ear to ear on this first ride. I absolutely made the right choice by buying this bike over the other choices that I was thinking about. You know, there's just something about KTM recently that I just really enjoy. Ever since I bought my 390 Adventure, yeah, it's just the way that the bike feels just really speaks to me. And I've ridden KTM's before. Like I've ridden the RC 390, right? I've ridden the 1290 Super Duke, but like the older versions, right? But this one, like these newer ones, like my 390 is a 2023, right? And yeah, and then this is a 2024. There's just something about the way that they feel and they look that just yeah, it draws me in. Like no question at all, it like draws me in, you know. I'm gonna pull off to the side here and let these guys go by because oh my god. Okay, so let's yeah, sport mode is fucking ridiculous. There's so much power down low in sport mode. Let's go back to street. The dash is so clean. I like it. Like I said, it's small, but it's like very, very functional, and it is like very, very clean. So yeah, I love the display on it, and I know you can customize what you want to see. So I will eventually customize everything. Yep, I'll eventually customize everything to what I want to be shown on the screen. But yeah, it's got a little 12 volt US slot right there for like a cigarette lighter style. LED lights everywhere. Yeah, and this is what I think more motorcycle manufacturers need to do, is have backlit buttons, because like you really, like, this really helps when it gets dark at night. Like, you're not sitting there searching for buttons and stuff, you know, like you could just you can see them because they're backlit, and that's so genius. Like, even my little KTM 390 Adventure has backlit buttons, right? So yeah, that's really nice. Hazard button there, which is awesome. I love that. I love that it has a hazard button. A lot of bikes don't have hazard buttons. The way that the signal light is very reminiscent of my 390 Adventure, so it feels very natural for me to reach and find the signal button here to cancel it and stuff. Yeah, so and I think that's another big plus on this bike, is that it's a platform that I'm now familiar with, right? After having owned and ridden my 390 Adventure for, you know, a year and a half now, I understand what KTM kind of brings to the table. So that's pretty cool, you know, that I can have that crossover and familiarity with this bike. So yeah, all right, let's go downhill here. Let's go downhill here, go to a stopping point, and let's get to a stopping point here so I can talk about the bike a little bit. Trail brake, yes. Yeah, like, street mode is very, very nice. Street mode is definitely my favorite so far. I mean, sport is like super rowdy, it feels like. But if you just want to ride, like, street mode is the way to go. It is by far the one that is friendly but sporty. I love that this bike has a steering damper. And that gives me some confidence on eliminating head shakes and stuff like that. Oh man, this was the right way to go. This was the right way to go. I know that a lot of people talk crap on KTM's quality and reliability and all that kind of stuff, but you know, my 390 Adventure has 12,000 miles on it and not a single hiccup. So I don't know what that is, you know. I don't know what people are talking about, and I know that, you know, they've had their problems. Like, I'm not denying that, but but it's not every single bike, and it's probably not as bad as people think it is. Out of the, you know, thousands of motorcycles they sold, like how many actually have had problems, right? I've ridden the RC390 and the engine gave up on me one time, you know. But you know, I kind of blame that on, you know, the owner more than anything else, you know, because maybe he didn't keep up with maintenance. I don't know, like you know, it wasn't my bike. But my 390 Adventure has been flawless. I've kept up with maintenance, you know. Haven't had any electrical gremlins or nothing on it. I don't have any like wet throttle tube issues or none of that stuff. Yeah, my 390 Adventure is money, and I'm sure hoping that this bike will be money as well. Well, let's turn it off and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The daytime DRLs. I love that look from KTM. It's so cool. Oh man, I do not hate anything about this bike. I'm sorry, but I don't. There's nothing that I hate. Of course, there's little quirks. Like I said, when the engine's at a low RPM, you can kind of feel like the engine not being so smooth, but again, it's a parallel twin. You kind of expect that. There's just a slight vibe in the bars, but nothing off-putting. The windscreen's not tall enough, but that's remediable. I'm not worried about that at all. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I know I can use in the aftermarket or in the KTM catalog that will remedy the shortcomings for me, right? But yeah, oh my god, the LED signal lights look so good. Yeah, I think the only thing that I would probably do to this bike is just, you know, add some graphics to it, maybe, because the white fender and the white rear fairings just need some color. But other than that, I like the color scheme a lot. I wish it came in other colors, but this is the only color scheme it comes in. Yeah, quick shifter's precise, notchy, but direct. Steering is awesome. It just falls into the corner and is very stable in the corner. It flicks left to right like a small sport bike. It's amazing. And I know some of it has to do with the tires, because these are very sticky tires. But today is not a very sticky day, right? Today's cold and wet, and it's still doing well, you know, the motorcycle. The engine has gobs of torque, and the high end feels good too. I didn't even full throttle. After feeling what the power is on this bike, you know, the power curve, I'm kind of scared of full throttle, but I'll get there. Give me time, and I'll get there. I haven't ridden a bike of this magnitude in a while, since my Aprilia RS660. You know, and that bike was a parallel twin with 100 horsepower. So, yeah. And this bike has more power than that. It weighs a little bit more, but the torque is just insane on this bike at 100 Newton meters. Yeah, guys. I am not regretting this at all. This is great. Yeah, comparing it to the other bikes that I wanted, I think I got the right one. I really, really, really do. Yeah. If you, like I said earlier, if you have never ridden a KTM, this is the one to ride if you're a sport bike rider. And if you ride a sport bike, get rid of it. Buy this. This can do everything a sport bike can do and more. And isn't that what you would want, right? To enjoy the road more? I feel like you would enjoy riding so much more with this bike than with a sport bike. Like, I loved my Aprilia RS660, don't get me wrong, but my love for this KTM 890 SMT right now is it's undescribable. It's so much more than the Aprilia was. My love, I mean, you know. My Aprilia was a great bike. I tracked that thing and everything and did multiple long road trips on it. But this one, going on long road trips and stuff, is going to be a breeze. Especially once I put like the luggage system on it. yeah, I am 100% satisfied. And yeah, I'm so sad that I didn't know about this bike just until recently, right? Until I started doing some research, and I said, "What the hell is a 890 SMT?" And now I know what it is because I own it. And yeah, yeah. All right, you guys. Well, that's my first ride of my KTM 890 SMT. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys have a great rest of the day and rest of the week and into the weekend. It's going to be raining all weekend, so be safe, everybody. If you're coming up here to the mountains, the road's going to be wet, and keep it steady, keep it smooth, and keep the shiny side up. Peace.